Well, the Oscars are not going to be handed out until next month, but the awards are flowing freely in Hollywood these days. Celebrities recently gathered for the 5th annual Movies for Grownups Awards, which celebrates films that appeal to the, should we say it, 45 and over crowd. Bill Newcott, features editor for ARP, the magazine, came up with the idea, and he's with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry. Thanks for having us.
Okay, Movies for Grownups, what does that mean exactly?
Well, the nice thing is we've been doing this for 5 years, and we're sort of evolving it. And we had ideas when we first started what a movie for grown-up ought to be.
Right.
Which was almost like movies about grown-ups, movies about people who were 40 or 50 or over.
Right.
But it's evolved, and now it has more to do with being a movie about something. A movie, well, a good movie for grown-ups exists in a chronological sort of world where people have had life experiences and people have had things happen to them that sort of affect what their characters are doing.
Can I make a bold statement here? Maybe it's a little bit less about the special effects and the car crashes and stuff than about a storyline?
Well, it's funny you should say that, because when we started doing this, I thought, well, okay, what's a movie for grown-ups? Oh, no, it's going to be all, Bergman-esque heads talking to each other. And no one's going to laugh. And there won't be any car crashes. But actually, they're engaging. They can be very funny. And thank goodness, there's lots of car crashes.
Some car crashes.
There's some, yeah.
I don't think there's a car crash in Capote, per se.
No, but there's one in Crash.
Right, well, that's true. Yeah. Your best picture this year was Capote?
It was Capote,
yeah. Because?
Because it's, well, for one thing, it's a movie about a writer and a movie about the writing process, and that's pretty grown up to base a movie on that sort of thing. But the whole movie has this wonderful, it takes its time unfolding. It's got a character that you're learning about. You don't know, even though everyone seems to think they know Truman Capote, as the movie unfolds, you begin to realize there are layers to that character.
He's so good in it, and we've had a chance to talk to him a couple of times about it, and it was, what we remember was the sort of caricature of Truman Capote versus this was
that he himself fostered.
Yeah. So interesting. Another category you have is Best Intergenerational Movie. What's that?
That's a movie that has to do with the relationships between generations. Too many movies, we always felt, sort of exploited the difference between the generations and how they don't relate and how they don't understand each other. And Dreamer, which was our movie this year, which was the intergenerational movie, is a wonderful story about 3 generations. Grandfather, his son, and his daughter. And how they learn from each other and can...
You really like this?
Very much.
See, I will watch this now, because I saw it kind of come up in the theaters, and it seemed to disappear fairly quickly. But on your recommendation, I will go. I will get it on DVD or whatever, because it does look good.
Yes.
Yeah. Another category you have here is Breakaway Accomplishment.
That's right.
And how does someone win that?
Well, it happens when someone has been there all along doing something sort of below the radar, perhaps. And David Strathairn is a good example of this. One of the best character actors in Hollywood. He's been doing this for years. And here, all of a sudden, he breaks through with this remarkable performance as Edward R. Murrow that just blows you away. And everyone sits in the theater saying, well, who is this guy and where did he come from?
He's been in 70 movies.
Everyone knows him in the business. And a critic knows they're going to see a good performance from him, but he just really tears it up with this one.
He really is. He is so lights out. You have another category called Best Movie Capsule. Time Capsule.
Time Capsule, yes. Cinderella Man won that one. And a good movie time capsule isn't just like a good art director can get the cars right and get the costumes right. But Cinderella Man does a wonderful job of creating the 2 elements of the late 20s, that booming pre-crash America, and then post-crash where America's on the ropes, so to speak, and they are looking for this everyman hero, and he just appears on the scene.
The other category you have is Best Grown-Up Love Story, and I really like this movie a lot.
I like the movie a lot. I like the category because too often in Hollywood movies, the romance for older people is almost like a parody of teen lust sort of thing, and you don't believe it for a second, or it's like Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus, where you'd be surprised if they don't sleep in twin beds. And Craig T. Nelson and Diane Keaton in The Family Stone just have this wonderful, you can tell they talked a lot about developing that relationship. Here's a couple who've been married forever, facing all kinds of problems that you don't even know all of them until the end of the movie. But they just really, they're very believable. And you kind of wish if your kids get married 40 years from now, they're in that kind of relationship.
Bill Newcott, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
From AARP, the magazine.